The other constraint, which was one that could be fed back in a rational way to London, was the extent to which the capacity of the Iraqi government at every level, and its connectivity, or lack of it, at every level, was much, much less than anyone had supposed, I think. You assume that a dictatorship has got at least some lines of command and control, and actually they didn't. It was quite, particularly in the south, which Saddam had in effect banished for the previous 10 years. So there wasn't any connectivity between Iraqi ministries at the national level and their representatives on the ground in the provinces for which I was responsible. At first, we assumed that was perhaps a Baghdad South problem, but as time went on, you realized increasingly that actually it was a Baghdad periphery problem. So a lot of the work that DFID was doing to build capacity in the ministries that they had selected, financing some of the infrastructure ones, I think, that was precisely what was needed to join up the dots. On other occasions you needed to help make the connections. Nobody in the south of Iraq could communicate with anybody in Baghdad, except through our own communications, for example. We had secure communications, but Iraqi officials didn't. Even if they knew people, they didn't have their phone numbers. Mobile phones didn't work across those borders. People couldn't travel. Even Iraqi leaders couldn't travel, and they didn't know each other. The governor of Basra had been to Baghdad once in his life.
Was that really?
That was Hassan Rashid. I think Washington Ali was maybe a bit more cosmopolitan, but Hassan Rashid had been to Baghdad once in his life.
It just struck me, we have had a lot of discussions about people communicating between Basra and Baghdad. What about the rest of Iraq? Did anybody in Basra know much about what was going on in the Kurdish areas?
In Basra we didn't have an operational need to know, but we were on the distribution for Igrams. I saw Noel Gukian's reporting.
It's not just about us. It's a sense of how the country was working in the network.